Egypt is a faraway country. It is in the northeast corner of Africa. Egypt had one of the first civilizations on Earth. This means they built large buildings, had a government, and traded. Today, we call these people the ancient Egyptians. The ancient Egyptians lived a long time ago. Think of it this way: you were born about 7 years ago. Abraham Lincoln was president 150 years ago. George Washington fought in the Revolutionary War about 230 years ago. Christopher Columbus landed in America 500 years ago. But the ancient Egyptians lived 5,000 years ago. There are many landmarks we can see today that the ancient Egyptians built. The largest is the pyramids. These were built as tombs for the pharaohs when they died. The Sphinx is a huge statue with the body of a lion and the head of a human. Egyptians were very religious, but they didn't have the same religion we have today. We now call their beliefs mythology. They believe in several gods, each with its own purpose. The gods were often represented as a human, but they would have an animal head. The sun god was Ra, and he had the head of a falcon. His job was to sail a boat across the sky. At night he died, but he was reborn in the morning. Egyptians believed in an afterlife. In order to continue on to this afterlife, they would have to have food, treasure, and other worldly possessions. These would be buried with them when they died. In order to preserve their own bodies, Egyptians would be mummified. When someone died, all the moisture would be taken from their body. Then cloth would be wrapped around them. The more money Egyptians had, the better their mummification. How do we know so much about people who lived 5,000 years ago? They left us clues in pictures and writing. Their writing didn't look like ours though. They wrote in hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics are pictures used to represent letters and words. There are over 700 different hieroglyphics. Ancient Egyptian writing can be read from left to right or right to left. You have to look in the direction of the pictures are facing to figure out which way to read. They face in the direction that you start. If you want to know more about the ancient Egyptians, there are several books in our library you can check out to find out more.